Welcome again, guys. Welcome to Chris's Caribbean Delights. Welcome again, guys. Welcome to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And tonight we're making some stewed pork with lima beans and red beans. This is just a dinner request, and I'll just put it together. So let's get the peas into the pressure cooker. This is going to be, this is going to be really quick and easy. So we're going to pressure the peas, and then we'll come back to the pork and clean and wash our pork and have it seasoned. I'm using pig feet. I'm using frozen pig feet and 2 packs of pig feet and some cubed pork. So we're going to come and we'll cut this up and get it going. So let's get the peas into the pressure cooker. So always remember, guys, regardless of how we're cooking, we're developing flavor. So the peas are in here. I just want some water just to cover, just like an inch above the peas, and I'm going to just put a sprinkling of accent on there, and about a half a teaspoon of some salt, and I have some bullion, about a teaspoon of bullion powder in there, because you want the peas, once it swells up, it will absorb the flavor, and you want your peas to have flavor. You don't want to bland peas when you're eating, because you're going to be eating this with maybe you can eat it with rice, bread, noodles, or whatever, but this is stewed pork, and though your pork is going to have flavor, but you want your peas to have flavor also. So now we'll just cover this and let this go for 20 minutes. So here I have the cubed pork, which I'm sprinkling some salt on. I'm going to get some vinegar. I'm going to rub this all together. That's the cubed pork. If I need to, I'll cut it in smaller pieces. So I give the pig feet the same treatment as the pork. I just inspect every piece and give it a scrape, just to make sure that all that hair is off of there and stuff like that, and it's clean. So I'll just inspect every piece and just make sure that it's clean. And it's in the vinegar, salt, and the vinegar and salt water. So all that gunk is coming out. So I'll be back when I'm done. So now you'll also season your pork. I give it a dash of accent, and then a dash of sazon, the same seasoning that I'm putting on the cubed pork, I'll put on the pig feet. A tablespoon of bullion powder. Let's get some celery salt. Let's get some celery salt in here. And we're going to let this sit for a while and marinate. And by the time that's a little bit of cayenne pepper. The peas are done. When the peas are done, we'll put these in the pressure cooker and we'll let them go for a little bit. Let them go for maybe 30 to 35 minutes. I think that's all I want to put on there. I'm going to just put a little sauce, a little hoisin sauce, give it some color. Now, instead of the hoisin sauce, Since we're not doing something oriental, I'm going to use some Guyanese celery. Some Guyanese celery, give it some color and some sweetness. Awesome. Got me a pair of gloves on here. I'm going to get in there and give it a wonderful massage here. Then we're going to see what it tastes like once it's done pressuring, and then we know if it needs more, if it needs a little more seasoning or not. I just added back the pork, the cubed pork. Let it get some of that celery flavor in there. So when the peas are done, we just get this all in here. We need to get it all in here. Yeah. I'll be back. So my peas is finished. Finished pressuring. It's nice and soft. So we'll just get the pork in here. So in the meantime, whilst I'm going to put that on, let's get some depth of flavor. And we're going to, now I have my pan is heating up for the stew. We're gonna saute some onions, garlic, and ginger. But before that, you want to get a real depth of flavor. You get a star anise, a couple pieces of cloves, a piece of cinnamon stick, some bay leaves, and you just let them fry in there. And I'm going to put a few pieces of pimento in here also. Always rinse your spices. Rinse your spices before you put them into your cooking, just to make sure that they're nice and clean. So you get this on the stove and let the fragrance and all the goodness just exude from these spices, and infuse that oil, so that when we put our peas and everything in there, it's going to be nice and flavorful. Okay, so we'll let this go on a low fire for now, and just let it infuse the oil. So for the pork, I just have it right up to the top. I haven't covered it in the water because the water is going to expand. Everything is going to expand, and it's going to be good. So we just have it there. I'm going to put it to pressure just for about 20 minutes, and then we'll check it. Here we have it. I just added 2 tablespoons of butter in there. With the bay leaves and the cinnamon, get a nice depth of flavor. Then we start adding our onions. Add our onions in there, the garlic in there. Give it some more heat. Turn our stove a little higher so that these can saute properly. The ginger, and This stew is going to taste as though it's been simmering for days. You know, everything is going to be like nice and flavorful. So just let this go for a little bit, and let them put it too high, put it on the medium, and we're going to do this. Just let the onion get translucent. The little flavor comes out of the other spices, and then we're going to add the peas in there and some coconut milk. We're going to cook this all with coconut milk. The pork is being pressured, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So let's add our peas. Coconut milk, and we add another can of coconut milk. Well, actually, that was 8 ounces of coconut milk, along with the water that the peas was pressured in. That's the amount of liquid I have in here right now. Now, I don't want it to be very liquidy, so when the pork is going to be added, I'm not going to add that much water. So I'm not going to put any more coconut milk in here, because it's going to be a lot more water. The peas is already soft. So we'll just let this go, and once the pork is ready, we'll just add the pork, and we'll just let it dry down for a little bit. Just, you know, it has to be cooked for about 10-15 minutes, and you'll have that perfect stew. So right now we'll just give this a rest and wait on the pork to be pressured. Yes, guys, this is the pork with the lima beans and the red beans. Red beans and lima beans pork stew. It's bubbling. The pork has been pressured for at least 30 minutes, and it's nice and soft. So it's just a matter of bringing it all together and losing some of the liquid. So that's what we're doing right now, and it's going to be delicious. So once again, thank you for watching, and bon appetit. I just added some more Pomeroon cashmere to give it a nice little darker color. Stewed pork with lima beans, lima and red beans. Red beans. Here's the finished product. You may serve this up however you feel like. You can serve it with some rice. You can serve it with rolls, crackers. You can serve it up anyhow. It's delicious. Anyhow. So, bon appetit. And I see you in the next clip.